to our first ultrasound. For those new, this is my husband, Adam Holmgren. Want to say something about yourself?
No.
Man of few words. Very good looking. How you feeling about the ultrasound?
Chill. It'll be interesting, I suppose.
I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose.
See if it's a baby or just really
Just
bad indigestion.
Yeah. You shall see.
Asked him if he had any questions. No.
Sure don't. I gotta get my lunches I need. So.
All right, we'll check in after. What's the cancer brain thinking?
I'm not thinking at all.
He's going, huh.
Yeah. No, these hospitals are like,
Yeah. I don't like hospitals either. I literally despise them. Okay, y'all, we filled out some forms. We peed in a cup. And now we're waiting for I peed in a cup. We didn't pee in a cup together, just to be clear for the record. And now we're just waiting in the waiting room. Worn intentionally. Thank you, David. Y'all, they about to stick that up in me. Oh my God. Okay, first reactions. How we feeling? How was the appointment for you?
it's cool. Don't have twins, but it's whatever.
Oh yeah, we don't have twins, y'all.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it runs in the family. Guess not.
Guess not. This is where the butt ends. That's where it stops.
Yep.
All right, when we get some better lighting, we'll talk. All right, y'all. Oh, wait, I want to be cool like him.
Okay, buddy. Change his pocket.
Confidence.
You were saying
Confidence of a mustard seed, okay? All right, so first of all, Kaiser Permanente has my heart, okay? This is the best healthcare I have ever had, probably since I was born. These people are so nice. Like, it seems like they actually want to be here. Like, every time I come, it doesn't matter what I'm here for. I'm here for it, okay? Deirdre Fisher, Dr. Deirdre Fisher is bomb. Love her. She did an article in Essence. I love that for her. She was so sweet. She was real. She was down to earth. She was funny. She was supportive because Adam was, he didn't even want to look at the ultrasound.
No, I thought you was gonna.
I know, you thought you was going to see pictures of my vagina.
Just inside.
I was like, no.
I was like,
you know what the pictures look like.
No, I didn't hear the ultrasound part. I just thought it was gonna shove it up here and see what I don't want. I'm like, I don't want to see inside of you, bro. What the fuck? Nah, I ain't that kind of guy.
Okay, so let's talk about the baby. This is them. They, them. Okay? We won't know until...
Singular, not plural.
12. Oh, yeah, there's no twins.
See it, damn it.
There's no twins. And 2.13 centimeters. You got that in your wallet, right? Like this big. Not this way. This way. This big. Heart was beating 176 miles per hour. It was like, I was dancing in there. It was like, king, 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 king. You could tell it was Puerto Rican. Was dancing. Got his metabolism. Indeed, indeed. What else? I asked about my fiber drink. She said, nah, bro. I asked about my energy drink. She said, nah, bro. She said I could do my nails. I don't get them done as often as most people. As you can see, they're lifting. So I get them done by once a month because money, hello. So I'll make sure not to do that as often. We don't have to worry about perms because she's not blah, 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 blah. I can get my crown, so I'm going to call the dentist tomorrow because I think I have done enough adulting for today and tomorrow. But I'll do it tomorrow. Make an appointment for that, and I won't be able to do my tooth until at least after the first trimester, so we'll see. Is there anything else I missed, babe? Okay.
We don't know sex yet, but other than that.
We're guessing girl. She says she's getting boy vibes.
She probably knows best, so I'm like, all right.
She everybody know best.
I'm like, I don't know why that's convenient.
He's like, you the one that looked at the pictures. Maybe the heart was beating like, boy, I don't know.
Sister got a boy. So.
And we're officially 8 weeks, 2 days. So our due date is still going to be December 6th. But it could be in that December 2nd to 6th area.
That's my birthday present, or my Christmas present for you.
I was like, your birthday present?
My Christmas present to you.
Thanks. Good morning, y'all. This stage of the game, I believe we are 8 weeks and 5 or 6 days. I think she said every Saturday turns over the new week. So we're almost at 9 weeks. Which I'm very excited about because the closer I can get out of this first trimester. Oh my goodness. The absolute better. I can't wait to want food again. What an interesting concept. I was like, how can people lose weight? Because I was like, once I found out I was pregnant, I was like, I'm about to go buck wild a little bit. But the thought of food makes me, ugh. I have not thrown up yet. Knock on wood. Hopefully today's not the day. But boy, has it felt like I'm pretty close. But I'm really glad that our first appointment went so well. Our doctor was amazing. I'm going to do a video on advocating for yourself in the healthcare system, but I'm just glad I didn't listen to some of the reviews because people had you thinking this woman was the devil. And I could have easily listened to them. Now, like I put, okay, you can go ahead. There's enough space for both of us, baby. I made a review for her, which I don't ever do reviews, but I was like, this woman deserves a review. I said, you know, people are human. We have our days. I said, but this is a really great doctor. And she made us feel so comfortable. She was so knowledgeable. And to not listen to anything anybody else said. Now, maybe you came in there being an a-hole, and that's on you. And sometimes people think because people work in the service that you could act up any kind of way, and you think it's fast food. You think it's have it your way. You think the customer is always right. No, not when someone has had 30 years of experience. So that was really, really, really reassuring. I'm also going to do a video on when I do my compilation of telling people, like how I told people, when I told people, and why. Excuse me, because there's definitely a method to my madness. It's a mix of the people that I'm close with here. I want to be able to tell them in person, but I want to tell my parents. So, and that when my parents come, we'll be at, I think, the 10th week, which is getting us out of that first trimester scare. So the hardest part is getting my dad not to tell the world, because somebody's gonna be like, how's your daughter? And it's gonna take everything in his body not to spill the tea. So I basically have to be comfortable with, once my parents know, everybody on the block know, which is fine. I just personally don't want people reaching out, congratulations, and that's fine. But then hitting me up, how are things going? No, I don't want check-ins. Once I post it, I'll check y'all in, or they can watch this. I've always been like that. I don't need too many people reaching out. How's it going? How you been? How you feeling? Like crap. I don't want any insight. I don't want any advice. I'm suffering through, and that's fine. So I want to tell my parents, we're going to wait till Mother's Day, but the night that they come in, May 9th, they get in at like 11, and there's so much pregnancy stuff around the house that I'm not even thinking about. I'm like, I don't have time to put this stuff away. So I was thinking we were going to do like a sign, you know, like you're waiting for the people to come. And then one of them is going to say, like, you're going to be grandparents. I thought that'd be cute. So that's the plan for now. We'll see where my energy lies, but it's just a Dollar Tree idea away. And then my closest friends here that don't know yet, Kai, Jazzy, I want to see them in person, so I have to figure out a time to link with them. I did tell one friend who came to my opening night, because I don't know when I'll see him again, one of my close friends, David. And then I need to tell my best friend TJ in New York. I just have to figure out a time to do that. talk to. I mean, we always do these our weekly trends check-in, like on accountability partnering, so it'll probably be one of these Mondays. He's out of town right now. But something I also had to think about was, like, as much as I want to tell, you know, a good amount of people, it's really hard for people to keep secrets, especially when it's not a deep secret. Like, it's not like I killed somebody or anything. So sometimes people will tell other people and then be like, don't tell nobody. So I have to be aware of who's connected to who when I go to tell them. So I have to really be in a place where I'm okay with more people knowing. I'm still going to tell people, like, do not say anything, but if you've ever been in elementary school, you know a secret's not a secret once more than one person knows. So one person being the one that has the secret, okay? So clear. So I'll do a video on that and my reasonings for why I decided to tell people during the first trimester, why people decide not to, because I totally understand both sides, especially in the advanced maternal age, aka geriatric, aka over 35. Oh, and I told my best friend Britt, and I told Ricky, because I told y'all this already, but because we're doing a show in July, I wanted to make sure he knew. I didn't want to pop up in July with a bump, and he's like, wait a minute. So that was his birthday gift that I surprised him on FaceTime from Korea. All right, that's it for now. I am waiting for the Black Women's Program. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but they're a program that does like a 10-week group kind of coaching program with pregnant women, and they feed you. Okay, we love that. They feed you and they go over something around motherhood or birth or postpartum, and they're supposed to be calling me 3 minutes ago to do my intake. So I wanted to make sure I was in the car already traveling, because I'm gonna go take a prenatal yoga class. And I found it because at 5:15 this morning I got up to watch the Tony nominations, because the show that I worked on last, not the one I'm in right now, the one before this, A Wonderful World, was on Broadway last year, which means it was a contender. And we found out our lead, James Aglehart, is nominated for a Tony. So I was up early trying to watch it, but I didn't have CBS. So then I had to wait until 6 when it came on YouTube. Then I couldn't fall back asleep. So my sleep, that's why I'm yawning. My sleep is jacked today, which is not great because I got to go to work today on the other side of the country. But while I was about to try to go back to bed, I was like, man, I have 49 credits left on ClassPass, and I need to use 17 before the next month. So I just started looking up stuff, and I was like, oh, they have a prenatal class. So I'm gonna go take that right now. Oop, they're calling me. Yay. I just told SWV, if you are new to me, during my bodybuilding days, I was heavily into vlogging, and we have a crew. Whether you still vlog or not, it doesn't matter. You're always a part of the crew. We have a crew called the Vlog Squad. It's probably about 10 of us and within that group there's a trio, SWV, Sisters with Vlogs, and these are my girls, and they knew that we were trying, but I haven't talked about it much recently. And then they were both talking in the group chat, and I was like, this is the moment when I can get us all on WhatsApp FaceTime. So we did that because Shantae's in Panama. If you don't follow either of them, you should. Shantae Turner and Andrea Glass. You will find them on all my stuff, but if I remember, I'll put their stuff below. Follow them. Incredible women. And so right toward the end, I was like, all right, well, I was talking about, I don't know what I was saying, and then I showed them the pictures. It was so sweet. So as I said, I'll have a video with all the moments, because I don't want to keep interrupting the blog with announcements. But it was so nice to share it with them. They were like, I'm surprised you held it that long, because the thing about me, when it comes to your business, I'm going to keep it a secret. When it comes to my own business, not so much. But I learned a lot from my girl Chanel, and how private she can be with certain things. And I was like, you know, I needed to get to that first appointment to know it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't feel real until that first appointment where she's like, you see that right there? And I'm like, what? That's not gas? That's a real thing? Because sometimes I just be gassy. And I'm like, I think it's just gas. So I am just over the moon. It was exciting. I get like little like butterflies in my stomach every time I have to tell somebody. So it's so cute. So next up, next on the agenda is my friend Roberto's. I'm trying to tell everybody here in person. So my friend Roberto's coming to my show Saturday night. And so I'll tell him then. Because he lives in Oakland. So I don't know when I'll see him again. So I'm trying to tell people as I see them in person. All right, I'm heading to the Black Women's Group. It's going to take me 52 minutes to get there. But I have a good feeling it's going to be worth it. Plus, today is my first day being around pregnant women since I've been pregnant. Like a group. Except this is gonna be all Black women, so I'm excited for that too. No shade, no tea, but I just want to be around my sisters and like, wow, look at all these women, like, you know, different stages of their pregnancy. And they said they have an extra sandwich for me. I said, I don't know if your girl's gonna be able to eat it, but at least I know it's gonna be a good sandwich. It's gonna be cooked well, you know, because it's for pregnant women. Yeah, I'll keep y'all posted, let you know how it goes. Be in the right place where we share this special thing.
So you can be up and running in no time. It's both flexible and standard.
Oh my gosh. Gifts. I'm so blessed. Right. We're almost at 9 weeks tomorrow. Let's go. I'm so glad I made it to the gym today. Felt so good. I did 30 minutes on the Stairmaster. I'm like, I want to do all the things I can while I can. Like, I don't want to have any regrets of like, man, I wish I had touch my toes when I could. So I did 30 minutes and then I did a shoulder exercise. I looked really frumpy. Like my clothes were all like, I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. I feel like I'm in that weird place because like people don't know I'm pregnant. I'm not trying to show it. I'm not really showing. So, but it's like just enough belly that I don't want to wear like my tight tops and have people in my business. So I had on like my maternity pants that go over the stomach, and then I had a big Aaliyah t-shirt on. It just felt frumpy. I just felt frumpy. And when I feel frumpy, like I can't lift like I want to, but I push through. I don't like sleeves when I'm working out because I'm a pitter. I sweat in the pits. But I made it work. Anyway, I was just thinking about something. So yesterday when I went to that program, the Black Infant Health Program, there were a lot of things they covered. Most of it I already knew. Most of it I hope I'll never experience. We covered a lot around racism in the healthcare system. If you're unaware, implicit bias is a thing, and people will treat you a certain way based on how they view people who look like you from when they grew up, et cetera, experiences they've had. We all do it. And so sometimes people are not even trying to mistreat you, but they do. So far I've been blessed with my insurance. But the thing that did stick out that I know will be a challenge is it was talking about basically knowing when to ask for help and when to like back off, pull back. And I was just thinking about like how independent I am, and like I'll carry an unnecessary amount of things around the supermarket instead of getting a basket. Like I'm just fine with like muscling through. But today I was like, you know what, let's start putting into practice utilizing help. So it's a tiny but mighty milestone, but I used a cart at the supermarket. I didn't try to carry everything. Could I? Yes, but that's not the point. I have to learn now to slow down before I get slowed down. Either way, we're slowing down. I'd rather do it proactively than reactively. And I think that's the kind of challenge I find of being an older mom, is that the years of experience of like with God's protection, grace, love, support, plan, I've done a lot, and I've done a lot on my own, so I feel confident in doing certain things. However, that is going to have to slowly subside. I'm going to have to surrender to the help of others to protect myself and protect the baby. So that was something yesterday they told us to like think about this week, some goals we have. They were around exercise and eating. Like, I'm doing the best I can with what I got, okay? I actually was hungry today, so that's a good sign. But for me, it's gonna be finding ways to slow down, take help, and using that cart today was one of them. We have officially hit 9 weeks. Like, what? I feel like I just peed on a stick yesterday. Also, get into it. Okay, fresh to death. She's feeling good. Hair done, nails done, everything did. Was having a great talk with my castmate's dad this morning because I'm staying at her house. She lives at her folks. He didn't know how young I was, but he was like, wow, I'm sure you look younger than about to be 40 all the time. But yes, I do. But I'm feeling good overall. I was thinking recently that, like, you know, when people have something, maybe like a bump or like a big thing or something, and you're like, how do people live every day with it? But as I'm dealing with this, I guess they still call it morning sickness, it's so constant that I don't forget about it, but it's like it's an extension of me now. Like, I just feel queasy all day. So then it almost starts to become your normal. So I kind of have a bit more empathy for people who, like, don't go get something fixed or removed or something, because you start to really just live with it. And, you know, some blogs say that the sickness ends at 12 weeks. Some people say by 14. Overall, what I'm hearing is that the second trimester is when you really party, because once you hit the third, you start getting symptoms back from the first. Can't touch your toe, you know, all the things. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to plan my 40th birthday thing. I think I'm gonna be right toward the tail end of my second trimester, because I know I just missed the cutoff to get on a boat. But I'm like, do I really want a chance being on a boat? Not really. So I'm thinking for my 40th, maybe I just do a day of activities with all my locals. We'll figure that out, because I can't do the spa, like I can't do the warm stuff. So I gotta do some digging. By the time you watch this, though, it'll be about that time. So if you have some recommendations, if you've done baby moons, or you celebrated your 40th pregnant, or you celebrated your birthday pregnant, period, like, what were some of the activities that y'all did? I definitely want these videos to be, even though I'm not in my first trimester anymore, by the time you read this, like, when I'm watching other people's videos, I see how much the comments are helping other people. So it's not just about sending it for me. Send it for folks that are watching this a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now. I also was up last night thinking about, like, all these videos I want to make. And, you know, for me, it's not about, like, the whole monetizing thing. I've been vlogging for a long time, and Shane nowhere near no monetizing. But I've been thinking about getting my own camera. My husband is a videographer, photographer, so he has cameras. But you know when you just want to have your own-ish? Like, you just want to pop it up with your little fuzzy microphone and go to work. Like, I don't feel like setting up, you know, the big old $1,000 complicated camera. I just want to get up and hit the thing. So I've been thinking about that. Once the first video goes out, maybe I'll we've decided to, this is a part of it, I promise I'm looping back around. We've decided to announce it on his birthday, because initially we were going to do Father's Day, but then that gets drowned out by everybody else's Father's Day posts. So June 22nd is when we will announce it to the world. And then I'm not sure what day it's a Sunday, so we'll announce it on that. Oh, it's a Sunday. I hate announcing things on a Sunday, even for my business. I mean, I don't think it'll matter. The kids is going to catch it and it's going to spread. So we'll either do it Sunday, Monday. And then Monday, the June 23rd, I will definitely drop the first part of this video. So that's exciting. My parents are coming this Mother's Day, the 11th. And I just ordered Pepper, my dog, a shirt that says, My parents are getting me a human. And final answer, because we've been going back and forth on how we're going to tell them, when we're going to tell them. I'm going to pick my parents up Friday night after my show. And we're going to put Pepper in the shirt. So when we get home, there'll be no like setup or anything. Pepper will go crazy. He'll love on them. And at some point, one of them will recognize what his shirt says. And we'll be recording. So that's going to be... I'm excited. Then I have to remind my dad not to say anything to anyone because no one knows. But every time I go to tell somebody, I get all like butterflies. So my friend Roberto's coming tonight to see the show from Sacramento. He flew in. And I definitely want to tell him tonight. I meant to bring the pictures with me. I forgot. So now I have to figure something else out. I was thinking of just like recording a video with him. Like take a picture like, okay, let's do a video. I'm pregnant, something like that. Something cute, so we'll see. Welcome to my dressing room. Here's all the girls' clothes. We share through their sink and then another dressing room. And nobody's here right now. Finally getting my appetite back. Some of y'all, I'm sure, do not like to hear people eat on the video, so I'll wait. But one show down. One more to go. Feeling good. A little tired, but I slept so good. Can't even complain. Also feeling really snatched today. I was like, okay, 9 weeks where? I'll just let this be said. I just got Wendy's. I haven't had Wendy's since the 90s. I'm very uncomfortable with how quickly my order was available. This will probably be the last time I'll ever have fast food again. I don't like how quick that was too fast of a food for me. Happy 9 weeks and 3 days. I am leaving the doctor, but not for the pregnancy. I am here because I have I don't know what it's called. Dequeef, something about queefing. Craving tenacionalitis. Basically, what had happened was, I don't think I told this story. Long story short, hopefully. When I was in New York, y'all don't even know this. Okay. For those new to the channel, I wear a few hats, and one of them is I'm the associate. I still am, even though the show closed. I was the associate for a Broadway musical called A Wonderful World in New York. And what had happened was they were okay, what's going on with what's that about? Basically what had happened was they were running the swing to the ground, and so they asked me to come in around the holidays to be a vacation swing just in case. So I was there for a week, but I never went on. So while I was sitting in the office, I started making a website for the Goal Setter Success Club because I'm a life coach and I wanted to get back into life coaching, but I wanted to make it more affordable. So it's a monthly membership program. Go ahead and check it out, goalsettersuccess.com. And so I was making that website all week, but I forgot to bring my pad that I put underneath my mouse for my wrist. And then on top of that, I fell back in love with Sudoku because when we were coming from Barbados, we went home for a second and then we came to New York. My homegirl in Barbados, we went on this ship that sold books. It travels the world, sells books, and helps different areas with whatever that place in the world needs. And so we bought Sudoku books and I became obsessed. So I was up to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, thumb basically holding the book like this. And so I developed the Craving tenacionalitis. That's what I'm gonna call it. I was going to PT and it got much better. In the beginning I couldn't even sleep. It was really bad. And so now that I have new insurance, and I swear I don't get paid to go to Kaiser, but I should, as much as I hype them up. Like, Kaiser is killing the healthcare game for your girl right now. So I just went in for occupational therapy for her to take a look, evaluate. So we found out that basically I messed up this side and this side. And the wild part is, this is a condition that happens to women after they've given birth. Why, you may ask? From picking up the baby, holding the baby, breastfeeding the baby. Your girl already got it before she was even pregnant, which means I need to get rid of it before this baby comes out. So she gave me this little thing called an oval, and it basically stops me from texting with my right thumb, because basically I can't bend my thumb back. That's where she lies, unless it clicks. I have to click it back. So she gave me all this PT stuff to do at home. Then I also am going to start going to her weekly. Well, we basically have 6 months. I mean, we have more than 6 months, but 6 months give or take to get rid of it. But when I just say the care, she also has the same last name as my OB. And she was like, oh, I know her. They always send her emails to me by accident. I'm like, I thought my first pregnancy cry was going to come right now, but I think I'm good. I just feel so taken care of, and I do not take this for granted, because the horror stories that you hear of Black women and healthcare, like, I just feel so covered. I was like, oh, because they're both last name Fisher. I was like, oh, the Fishers are holding me down. Like, yes, thank you. God just keeps showing up, because I told y'all, I was like, yo, if this is how you want it to go down, you got two options, big sandals. It's either happening the way, the natural, whatever you want to call it, or we gonna be adopted at some point. I'm good on everything else. I am good. And he was like, all right, this was my plan anyway. So he's just been like, and now I'm gonna provide for you. I'm gonna give you a support system. I'm gonna give you these resources. I won that little tummy time thing yesterday, or last Monday, and I'm like, last Thursday. It's okay, I know my days. So I just feel so blessed. So I just wanted to share that. It's just something her and I were talking about too, was just like really advocating for yourself, because I have to go in also to orthopedic, and she was like, yeah, he's going to try to suggest a cortisone shot. You have to be comfortable with that, knowing you're pregnant. So I need to do my research. I'm not too comfortable. I don't like shots in general, so your girl's never going to volunteer like that. But I need to do some research, and if I see enough that says nah, then we just got to PT it out. And now it's more serious. Before I was kind of, I'll ice here and there. I wasn't doing what I needed to do, but now we can't play no games, because I ain't about to be hurting picking up my baby. Absolutely not. All right, just want to show y'all what I got. Some watermelon, some oranges, mozzarella, cheese, some Chobani zero sugar, Colby Jack. I'm gonna make my own burgers because they didn't have the pre-made ones. Got some ground pork, whole wheat bagels, my favorite. This is for Pepper. Trying to train him to be a better boy. Some apples, some cream cheese, broccoli, spaghetti sauce. I'm gonna do something with the beef. Got my peanut butter, kidney beans I'm gonna do with the beef. Got my sweet potato, dog food for Pepper, some jelly, some garbanzos. So it probably seems really random, but we're gonna make it work, because I'm in a random season, clearly. What is up, y'all? What is up? We are, this is a Thursday. We're 2 days away from 10 weeks. 10 weeks, we're going to do a part 3 video. I refuse to do y'all dirty over 40 minutes per video. I just refuse. So the last trimester will be, the last part of the first trimester, Lord have mercy, will be weeks 10 through 12. And in that will be our gender reveal. So what I was working on this morning, when I should have been working out, what I was doing in between sets was figuring out how we wanted to do our gender reveal. Because first I was like, oh, they can just tell me like right after we do it. But I was like, a lot of hospitals don't let you record during the session. So I was like, I want to record our reaction. So I was looking up all these places that do gender reveal cakes and such, but they wanted a lot of money. And Baskin Robbins used to do it, but that was in 2023. I guess they stopped doing it. So I found a place I'm going to call after. This is going to be my second prenatal yoga class. I'm gonna call this place and see if they can do, so you need to order it 24 hours in advance. However, Adam Sheldon Holmgren is not going to wait 24 hours to find out. He'll rip the envelope. So what I was thinking of doing was calling them and saying, hey, could you make, they're just cupcakes with a filling inside. Could you do 2 with blue filling, 2 with pink filling, and then separate them, put on the box, blue, pink. And then when we come in to pick it up, we'll give you the envelope. You look at it, and then you put the correct one, you label correct, and the incorrect, you label incorrect. Now, according to Yelp reviews, this is a family-owned business, and they're super sweet. So I expect them to say yes and make my dreams come true. So I will definitely keep y'all posted on that. I'm going to call them right after because they open at 11 and yoga starts at 11. And one thing this black woman's not going to do is perpetuate the stereotype of color people time. We like to be on time. We like to be early. That's on time for us, precious. Tight. So I'm 7 minutes early. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. Hopefully they say yes. The cupcakes are like $25, but it's fine. It's whatever. You only get to do this once, right? For the first time. I also tried to record my first like official video with like my husband's expensive camera this morning, but he needed it for a real estate photo shoot. And like every 5 minutes, I'm itching to just buy my own camera. And he's like, why would you buy your own camera? You're not going to get a $3,000 camera. So you're not going to get a camera with as good quality as mine. And I'm like, yes, but moments like this, when I want to record, I want to record. So any of y'all out there that record content, are any of y'all with videographers, or people that are like, just use your phone? I'm like, I don't want to just use my phone. For the vlogging, that's fine, because I'm in the car. It's whatever the latest iPhone is. It's actually not the latest iPhone, because that new one is like $2,250 or something ridiculous, $2,000. But yeah, I want my own stuff. Plus, my husband be in the house, y'all. He be in the house 97% of the time. So I like to record in silence and solitude. So I'm like, I may have to find a space, or I have to figure out something, because as much as I want to record in bad, she gonna need to be out the house the whole day. So if y'all record as well at home in an apartment, because if we're in a house, it'd be fine, but we're not. Let me know how y'all do that. You guys, I don't know if this will end the video today because tomorrow's 10 weeks, but so my best friend Kai came to the show last night and she recorded the end. You guys, I look so pregnant. I don't know if maybe I wasn't pulling in my core, if it was because my tights were underneath my belly, so then it just spilled over. But she was like, yeah, girl, I wasn't going to say nothing, because I ended up telling her. She's like, when I just had a feeling something felt different. She's like, but also this video. And I was like, so I'll put the video right here. But I was like, my cast doesn't know yet. But I'm like, maybe they do. Maybe they be. I mean, it's a quick change and we're all on stage facing the audience. So they may not know or notice. But the audience I would definitely notice if I was in the audience. I'd be like, so I'm gonna try to pull it together tonight and see what it's giving. But also, I've not been eating well. I went to Wendy's last night. Remember I said I was done eating out? How that ended up with a junior cheeseburger, fries, and a McFlurry or whatever it's called. It's not a McFlurry. Clearly, it's not McDonald's. But whatever the flurry thing is. I was 130 or 131 this morning. Absolutely not. We've got put together. You're not even supposed to gain that much weight. For those that don't know, you're supposed to gain like a half a pound to a pound. I mean, there's no like rules to the thing, but the baby is the size of an olive. I should not be, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Bodybuilders, we have a way of talking about bodies that makes people very uncomfortable. And because we look at it so objectively, there's like no emotion to it. So some of y'all might be new. I don't want to startle you. But the whole point is we're going to get the diet together right now. So I'm going to use, so a lot of people use MyFitnessPal, not my thing. Plus, I think you have to pay for it. No, thank you. My Net Diary is my favorite app. And I'm just going to plug in my food. And I don't need to eat eating as much as I was eating for bodybuilding. I probably was eating not too much, but I was eating for what I was doing. But we got to clean it up. That's the whole point. All right, y'all. So I am about to meet with a potential doula named Sharon. Excited to meet her. I think I'll probably do a separate video on like questions to ask and things to think about if you're considering a doula. I have Kaiser, as y'all know, because I talk about them all the time. And they do cover doulas up to 12 visits, which is amazing because that's probably like $3,000-$4,000. I don't know. So what she did tell me was that the week and a half after my current projected Labor Day is Labor Day. Made me laugh. She'll be on vacation. She does have a partner doula, and I'm okay with that. Life be life, and I think this baby gonna do what it want to do, and it's gonna come out by the 12th. It's not gonna want to be in there no longer. So I'm excited to talk with her. I really liked her background. I like that she already has 2 kids. She's married, and she is an entrepreneur. All the things I aspire. So, and she comes from the medical field as well. So I feel like she'll have that mix of the nurturing plus the medical side. So I don't know much about doulas, but I've been writing down some questions. I've been Googling some questions. So I'm going to, when I make my video, I'll do the questions that I had already thought of and then the ones that came up while in conversation. All right, y'all, just got off of the call with Sharon. Oh, I love her energy, her banter, her back and forth. Keep a joke on a joke on a joke. That's my kind of people. I definitely want to work with her. She only does birth. She's only a birth doula, not only to belittle, but that's all she does. So she does not do postpartum. And there will be a fee because unfortunately what I'm learning, and I'll add this to my things I wish I knew, health insurance doesn't really normally cover. Apparently Kaiser just started covering doulas this year, but based off of their rate, like they're not getting even half of their rate. So I would have to pay on top of it, but I really like her. I like her a lot. So I reached out to an organization that gives free doula support. They do 3 birth and 3 postpartum to see if maybe they could do 6 postpartum because then I wouldn't have to pay. Or I reached out to 2 doulas that do post and seeing if there would be a fee on top of that as well. So I will keep y'all posted on that. But this is the last video of part 2. Part 3 will start tomorrow and that'll be our 10 to 12 weeks. This has been amazing. I've been having a blast vlogging. I have not sat down and did an actual like on my husband's camera topic specific videos yet. I just don't have the energy. So after my show closes, I may find the energy to do it. And in the meanwhile, I'll just get my topics together, get my videos together, and that way I can provide that for y'all. So you should be seeing this around top of July this year, 2025. If you have topics you want me to cover, even if you're watching this in 2030, if there's things that you want to hear about, topics, if you have insight, if you have comments, thoughts, like this is the place where you can surely give your unsolicited advice because it may not be for me. I may not take it, but somebody in the chat may learn something. You already know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Don't make me beg. Peace.